So let me introduce my guests here. Firstly, Paolo Scuderia, pronounced not very well. He is the Chief Executive of the Adler Group. Now, your company designs, engineers, and produces car interiors. And I suspect you produce some of the interiors of my favourite automobile that has a prancing horse on the front of the bonnet, I guess. Secondly, we have Yuri Vasiliev, who is the Chief Executive of the Russian Technology Society, which is a company that manages technology development. Is that a fair explanation? And then we have Mr. KKM Kuti on my far left, who is a senior member of the Confederation of Indian Industry and also the chairman of the Southwest Group. So I will begin, I think, straight away is with a question that you can answer in individual ways. We'll address this question and then you can talk what you want to say. I think actually you'd all like to sort of say something to begin with, I think, isn't that right? So let me first start with Mr. Kuti and then we'll work up here. What is it that you would like to tell us about automotive technology and your breadth of experience?
Thank you, Chairman, and good afternoon. I would like to generally talk about Indian automobile industry and automotive industry, where we are standing now and what are the activities happening and India's position in the global market. That is what I thought. I'll just have maybe 5 minutes. I'll just talk. After that, if the question comes,
then we'll open it up. That's fine.
If you like that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Indian auto industry is the 6th largest in the world at present. And when you look at the GDP, it is almost 7.1% of the GDP is from this automobile sector. And market-wise, when you look at the potential market-wise, it is now 3rd in the world. And when you look at the manufacturing, we wanted to be the 4th place by 2020. That is what the government of India is planning. For that, there is a lot of facilitation from the government, and industry also working with the government to make it happen by 2020. We wanted to be the 4th largest.
That's number 4, 4th biggest automotive market in the world. That's your ambition.
Right. And I have some figures, which I would like to inform you that sector-wise, again, this figure. If you look at the sector-wise, we are number 1 in the three-wheeler market. Three-wheeler market, at present we are number 1. And two-wheeler market, we are now 2nd in the world at present. And passenger car, of course, we are in the 10th in the world at present. And the tractor segment for the agriculture application, we are 4th in the world. And commercial vehicles, we are 5th in the world. And if you look at the figure the last 10 years, in 2006 where we were and today where we are. In 2006, in the passenger car segment, it was 1.3 million production. Now we become 3.4 million. And commercial vehicles from 0.4 million to 0.8 million within 10 years. And the two-wheeler segment, it was 7.6 million in 2006, now it is 18.8 million. And the three-wheeler, it was 0.4 million, now it is 0.9 million, where we stand 1st in the world. And market-wise, India is a very huge market, Mainly these vehicles we are all selling in the urban area. Now the last 3-4 years, we find that the rural market also picking up very well, because of maybe a lot of people who are in the agriculture area. They are also all started buying the vehicles. So the Indian market, generally it is going to be very huge. Right from the urban area, now it is moved to rural area. And most of the manufacturers, they set up their sales shop in the rural area also. This is all, I think, it shows you a clear signal where we are moving in this way. And when you look at the export, it was passenger vehicle is about 3%, two-wheeler is about 16.97%, and commercial vehicle is 5.24%. And again, it is very interesting over the last 3 months, that is from 2000, January to March, we have growth, passenger vehicle about 9.17% growth, and commercial vehicle 3.03, and two-wheeler 8.29%. So we feel that Indian market is growing very fast, and government has done lot of initiatives. Now it is allowed for the information to our members who are here. Now it is 100% FDI is allowed in India in the automobile sector. It was earlier we could not think India will do like that. Now it is 100% FDI, foreign direct investment is allowed. And also government is setting a green urban transport system. We are looking more on the environmental aspect now. People are very cautious, and we wanted to go more green and green. Maybe Toyota is planning to have their 100% carbon-free vehicle by 2050. I think it will happen before that. That is, we think we all have to work in that direction, so that we can we have to look at the future of the next generation, and we should work in that area. Then government has some other initiative like Make in India. This is started a year back, and through that route, anyone who would like to come to India, there is an easy route, and there are a lot of facilities. And also the interesting thing is that we have so many provinces in India. Now there is a competition between provinces, so that anybody who is giving more facility, better facility, people are going that. And we are through the World Bank, we are also made a survey. Every year now, Government of India is giving a survey report to the public, which state is number one. Last state was Gujarat, this year they are changing, it is Andhra Pradesh. So it's a competition has been created between the states to get the investors to come to India. There is a lot of opportunity in that area. Then we also have a major initiative called Skill India. We want to make 500 million boys and girls trained in the technical area. For that, it is fortunately again it is given to CII. We are organizing that past 2-3 years, 2.5 years we are doing it. And IT, the industrial training institute, the technical schools, they have been upgraded one by one. Government is giving a lot of funds, and our boy, see now there is craze to get these boys. They are all earlier they were all doing only theoretical thing. Now they are all having all the facilities and so many machineries. Even many of the ITIs which is running the automobile industry, I am chairing one of the government ITI, where I could tie up with Volkswagen. They have given a lot of equipment, testing facility, car, everything for the student. They are coming and taking us. So they kind of the kind of product which is coming from this technical institution, they should be suitable for the industry. That is what creating. These kind of lot of activities in India it is having, and also hybrid vehicles, CNG operated vehicles. These are all government is giving a lot of trust. So just to so that we can have, and also another thing, the government is going to be mandatory ethanol 5% in petrol. That is going to be mandatory, so that clean air. We thinking in that direction. And also National Electric Mobility Mission, again government initiative. To now people are more aware. They are questioning us. Why you spoil the atmosphere? So we are all responsible. Industry is also responsible. We are also moving in that direction. And we have very good technical education system in India now.
Okay.
As I mentioned, everything has been upgraded. Then if I talk about some of the recent investment coming, can you take another 2-3 minutes?
Yes, we need to give everybody else a chance.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I'll come to it. Electric car Tesla is going to be in India in 1 year.
Okay.
And Kia Motors, they are not at, but they are going to invest about 1 billion by 2018. Then BMW, they are going to make below 500cc motor vehicle with an Indian company called TVS. Honda motorcycle, they are Honda. Their dealership is about 4,800. They are going to make another 500 this year. So the market is growing very fast. Honda Motor Corporation is they are going to make a electric vehicle with other in the southern state of India. Ford is going to invest 195 million in technology center. Then Cummins is also making a massive way. Suzuki Motor Corporation is investing 390 million for engine and transmission unit. Ola cabs to introduce 1 million electric cars in India. Then China's SAIC motor is going to invest 1 billion by 2019. And a lot of investment is coming to India. And the funny thing is the Suzuki motorcycle of Japan is making the motorcycle in India exporting to Japan. This is what happening from India because, they find it. Now, I'll also very briefly talk about the auto component industry. Auto component industry also very robust. And it is mainly because of the small and medium enterprises. Indian small and medium enterprises have grown very well in terms of quality, in terms of competitiveness, and many of the global players are sourcing from Indian small and medium enterprise auto components. I think that is also, there are some, I don't want to take more time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, then I'll just brief after that. After the talk, we can talk more.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's okay. We've let you. We've heard about India. Now, Yuri, tell me, automotive industry, technology. What is your involvement in these areas, and what do you see happening?
Actually, I will not tell you anything about Russian automotive market.
Okay.
You can read it in the internet or
That's fine.
from other reports. Actually, to tell the truth, I was a little bit surprised when I was asked to make here some reports about what we're doing here in this area. It's maybe strange to hear that in Russia we got some real good technologies, and we for last 2-3 years we are trying to make a breakthrough for some of that and to localize some of the production even here in Gulf area. And when we are talking about green energy and other things, for my experience, for many of the technologies, it's not the biggest issue, the green. When we are talking about the real differences between the nowadays technology and something new, when we're talking for most of the projects what we've got here in Gulf area, for 20%, 25, even 30 and more percent, that's the key issue. And green theme comes together with that, because just as a case, at the same time we have very hard meetings with local guys for localizing so-called non-freon air conditioning. So we have air condition without any freon at all, and it economizes here at least 3 times energy consumption, and it's going, and of course it's green. Of course it's cheaper in OPEX, and it's the same in CAPEX, and that's the key issue when we are talking about the business. But at the same time, when you got the real breakthrough technology, at the same time all these technologies goes with so-called green factor. The other case, for example, for water desalination, we've launched 3 months ago. We launched the first stage in the Mediterranean area, our first plants for water desalination, and from January we started to sell pure water to the government according to our contract. It's very first stage for this pilot factory. But the physics of the process is totally different, and that economizes us about 2, maybe 2.5 times in energy consumptions.
So you're using breakthrough technology there?
Yeah, it's absolutely different physics of getting pure water from the sea. And at the on the exit of our factory, we don't have any brain. We don't have any oversalted water, which we getting back to the sea. That's the main biggest problem for all water desalination reverse osmosis plants. You know that the Gulf area is the most oversalted aquatoria in the world, and according to last reports to the December, maybe January, the factor of salt in the water for the last 2 or 3 years becomes much more bigger than it was, than everybody accepted for the spirit. So when you really have the breakthrough technology, of course it will be green, and it will be secondary, actually, according to the business. So for this case, of course, we are in the very beginning, but we have a real plant. We sell our water. We don't sell equipment, and it's quite a good, not just energy efficiency, but salt efficiency, because we're selling the salt to the industry, and it's a new type of salt which industry can get at a very good price. And also, it's the key why I'm here in this area, because we see a potential very big market, not just in Mediterranean and Asia, in Gulf area and Africa, because for the next years the water factor will be more and more important between countries, between municipalities, between small territories, because most of the people live near the sea and don't have the fresh water. And coming back to technologies, once again, on the first stage, it must be, on the first step, it must be very remarkable idea and technology. And of course, the second is the factory, pilot factory. We are here with our air conditions, not just to sell them, but to establish at least 2 factories for this and next year, and here in Saudi Arabia, because here's the market, and here's this summit is about.
Thank you. That's a nice explanation of what we're doing. And desalination, a great business, especially with some of these new technologies. Well, let me turn to you. Breakthrough technologies. You are an essential part of the supply chain of car manufacturers. And cars are generally great with enormous leaps in things from hybrid to electrical power to autonomous vehicles, all sorts of things going on. Well, how do you tell us what you do and how you deal with this enormous change that we're seeing in automotive?
Grazie per la domanda, molto interessante, molto profonda. Aspetto che possano indossare per la traduzione le cuffie. Ecco, vorrei cominciare col dire che l'auto è un prodotto straordinariamente complesso, è un prodotto dove gusto, design, tecnologie, sicurezza, rispetto dell'ambiente si mixano insieme in modo da produrre qualcosa che è sicuramente nell'ambito manifatturiero il prodotto più complesso che esiste al mondo. L'auto è la frontiera massima rispetto alle tecnologie, rispetto alla modificazione dei popoli, rispetto all'approccio che giovani possono avere rispetto a una moda che cambia piuttosto che un atteggiamento di vita che cambia. Tutto questo è racchiuso in un oggetto molto consueto all'apparenza che si chiama automobile. Ma in esso ci sono fattori sociali, fattori tecnologici, fattori epocali che ne determinano il cambiamento. L'auto, il settore automobilistico, è anche uno dei settori più capitalintensivi, per cui sempre più grandi case automobilistiche hanno bisogno di investire sempre più capitali per promuovere l'innovazione. Oggi sono circa 2.000 i miliardi di dollari prodotti dal fatturato del settore automotive, con circa 10 milioni di persone che lavorano per il settore automotive, e entro il 2020 arriveremo a produrre circa 100 milioni di auto all'anno. Questi sono i fattori dimensionali che implicano una importanza strategica del settore automotive. La mia azienda, il mio gruppo, ha 62 stabilimenti nel mondo e quindi conosce usi e costumi di popoli, di atteggiamenti di consumo, e i 7 centri di ricerca che abbiamo nel mondo servono proprio a determinare, a captare quelle che sono le esigenze dei giovani. Non solo, le case automobilistiche hanno cambiato completamente l'approccio al mercato e da venditrici di beni sono diventati prestatori di beni in uso. Si sono di fatto attrezzati con delle proprie banche per poter concedere in noleggio il bene, quindi l'auto che passa da un'evoluzione di acquisto a un utilizzo del bene a seconda dei casi, delle necessità. In questo contesto molto dinamico, come vediamo, siamo passati dalla prima industrializzazione di una vettura nota a tutti, che si chiamava Ford T, che ha determinato l'industrializzazione, la catena di montaggio di un bene complesso. Siamo arrivati oggi alla produzione just in time, siamo arrivati oggi alla lean production, siamo arrivati a uno world class manufacturing per produrre sempre meglio, sempre in modo più efficiente. Ed oggi una nuova frontiera che serve alle tecnologie e serve ai mercati potenziali, che impatta, che si chiama industria circolare, che si chiama industria 4.0, no? Quindi nell'industria circolare l'automotive è pienamente coinvolta nel massimo risparmio di ogni bene che consumiamo, dall'acqua, di cui abbiamo sentito parlare con successo di tecnologie importanti, a quel nuovo modo di approcciare popoli che hanno voglia di crescere, ma lo devono fare rispettando l'economia, la natura e tutto ciò che impiegano, in modo che questo alla fine di un circuito virtuoso possa essere di nuovo riutilizzato. È il caso per esempio di queste semplicissime bottiglie di polietilene tereftalato, un PET, che viene da noi riutilizzato per produrre moquette, no? Quindi al 100% la bottiglia fuori mercato, fine vita, viene riutilizzata per poter produrre un bene che serve nell'automotive, che è un bene di grande consumo. Ecco, questi sono i fattori determinanti, anzi aggiungo un esempio. Questo simpatico bracciale è realizzato in fibra di carbonio dagli sfridi che noi produciamo per produrre telai in fibra di carbonio. Questo è un esempio tangibile di come un prodotto, se ben utilizzato con fantasia, con ingegnerizzazione, non finisce mai di essere utilizzato anche in modo simpatico. Ecco che la scuola dell'automotive è la scuola più alta in grado per poter comprendere il futuro dell'uomo come potrà essere.
If you look at, we have improved considerably in the last 5 years. And we are going ahead, improving our own. To example, I can tell you, R&D, you were talking about the investment in R&D. We have almost 1,165 R&D centers run by about 850 multinational companies. So India is geared up for that. We are also making a lot of changes. If you look at our old version of vehicle and now, a lot of weight changes are there. So much improvements are there, And also safety. We have to see the safety also. By reducing the weight, safety cannot be compromised. That is also a very important thing. So considering all these aspects, we are moving in the right direction, but sometimes, technologically we may not have reached to certain countries, but we are far ahead than what we were a few years back. And still we are improving. There is no limit. We always feel the sky is the limit. We have to improve and improve. That's the only solution.
So your ambitions can be as big as that.
Yeah.
We
Right.
certainly have a lot of potential customers. You've introduced a new technology into a business, but a little bit like you were saying with cars. The product itself was you would buy a car, it would be your car, and you would drive it. And we are beginning to see a world where you actually hire the car as a service. Now, you were selling a service there. You were not selling a desalination plant. You're selling a solution to a problem, presumably. Can you see other new technologies coming into the market like that, and maybe other projects you're involved in? I've neatly tried to stitch the car industry in.
Actually, the car is instrument to transfer you from one point to another, and for most of the citizens, it's the 2 points, your home and your office. And actually, I'll not tell you something new, but the most of the problems, and Moscow is also a very big megapolis, most of the problems of our megapolis is the traffic. And actually, the new government of Moscow, for last 5 years, they doubled construction of metro and light rails. And you know, it was amazing when I was asked 3 years ago to organize an R&D center in monorail, and I was asked to make a new kind of a construction for light metro, let's say, or light monorail transportation. And actually, we've done that, and by the end of last year, we launched our test wagon on the first kilometer in the Moscow region. We are the member of Monorail Association, and last summer I have a report there, and even Siemens told me that we've done a lot for automotive. I mean automatics. We've done a lot of, and even for 2 years with our engineers, we've done some things much more better and simply, and it's safety, because we took the hardest standards from Russian railways for the security, and this pilot wagon, the first kilometer, for the security system is made mostly like a railway system. And actually, I have a car. I have 2 cars in the family, and I don't like to have them, because it's most of the problems goes for these cars. Of course, it's some flexibility, but I'd like to have more flexi public transportation system. And of course, we will have much more metro station, and I'll do all my best to launch a new monorail lines. Of course, it will take some years, but I think it's the most direction which we have to go to for the cities, for countryside, for suburbs, or for some trips with family. Of course, we need some private transport, and I'll hope that it will be soon driverless. It will be as much safety as it can be.
You think it will be driverless or rather autonomous? Because they're slightly different things, aren't they?
It will be driverless. I hope that, because I don't know. Have you ever been to Russia? Have you ever faced how Russian drivers drive their cars?
I've driven in Naples.
Yes, you was in Naples. I think that I think that the world in 2 different systems. Yeah, Asia styles and Russian is the same, and let's say Europe or US style. So it's crazy, and of course, you know, it's not bad drivers, and it's not bad system, but every driver thinks that he is smarter than the system. He can be faster, he can be smarter, and that's all the problems on the road. So I understand. You see, next month I'm waiting for the third baby in the family, and I'm for more and more I'm thinking that I want that everything on the road will be driverless, because you can. I have Mercedes. It's very good van, it's very safety. But I know that when I go outside to my countryside house, you can drive safety. It can be very good day, but somebody can do something wrong on the other side of the road, and that's the main thing, where I am not happy.
I can understand that. I mean, my belief is we have autonomous cars. We have cars with autonomous features now. So you can get in a Tesla or a Mercedes, and it will change lanes and it will overtake and it will auto brake. How are those technologies changing the product that you see, and how do you plan for this future? Because you don't have to make cars that look quite the same and perform the same sort of role that they did.
Sì, mi corre l'obbligo, prima di dare una risposta al mio amico, a cui suggerisco di organizzare dei corsi di guida sicura per i driver di Mosca, così genera un ulteriore business, no? Quello delle scuole che adottano gli automobilisti indisciplinati e li trasformano in piloti sicuri. Questo potrebbe essere un grande business. Per tornare invece alla domanda, la domanda si compone in effetti di quello che sarà l'auto del futuro. L'auto del futuro sarà fatta di trazione alternativa, di connettività, di comfort e poi, lasciatemi dire, di passione. I primi punti, le trazioni alternative, a cui all'ibrido, all'elettrico dobbiamo aggiungere immediatamente, per dare una risposta tangibile, la trazione a gas propano o a GPL, o a metano, che rappresenta una tecnologia immediata, che rappresenta una tecnologia producibile per gran numero di vetture richieste secondo le nuove normative, e rappresenta anche un fattore di democratizzazione di quelle tecnologie che invece oggi, con trazioni elettriche e trazioni ibride, sono ancora nelle mani di pochi. Quindi i governi non potranno mai legiferare obbligo di percentuali di auto elettriche o ibride, perché si scontreranno con quelle che sono le reali capacità produttive delle case automobilistiche. Per cui, per rendere e dichiarare ecologica una vettura, dobbiamo oggi sicuramente allargare il campo a tutto ciò che è una trazione con gas. Ricordiamo che il 95% del particolare viene abbattuto, quindi l'auto è assolutamente ecologica, utilizzando metano o GPL. Immaginate solamente che entro il 2020 la Cina vorrà imporre l'8-10% delle vetture circolanti sul proprio stato con trazioni alternative, e le aziende automobilistiche impazzirebbero. Non sarà possibile produrre una tale quantità di vetture con tecnologie ibride o elettriche entro un numero in tempo così breve. E quindi dobbiamo allargare il concetto di ecocompatibilità del veicolo con le normative. Quindi questo è un primo grande punto da poter transare, accordarsi con i governi per rendere molto più fruibile una vettura, anche a costi più contenuti, una vettura alternativa, con una trazione alternativa. Il secondo grande tema, connettività. Le vetture si evolveranno un po' come dicevamo prima, cioè entrando in una vettura si potranno fare 1000 cose, e se si vuole guidare, perché saranno dotate di un pilota indipendente, di una guida autonoma, per cui potremo vedere il cinema, potremo leggere i giornali, potremo conversare, fare dei meeting di lavoro spostandoci da un punto A a un punto B.